Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel English by Nisa. In today's video, we are going to discuss the chapter Gender Equality is Your Issue Too by Emma Watson, that is in Degree 5th Sem Unit 2. So before going on to the discussion of the chapter, let us know about the speaker, that is Emma Watson. Emma Watson is a famous British actor, model and activist best known for her role as Hermione in the Harry Potter film series. In 2014, she was appointed as the UN Women Goodwill Ambassador to serve as an advocate for UN Women's Gender Equality Campaign, known as He for She. Gender Equality is Your Issue Too is an extract of the speech given by Emma Watson at United Nations headquarters, New York, on September 28, 2014. This essay is based on feminism. Using her celebrity status, Emma brings the issue of women's right to public attention. She cites examples from her personal life and experiences of gender stereotypes. She makes an impassioned appeal to men to join the feminist movement's fight for gender equality. Emma Watson observed that feminism is often misinterpreted as man-hating, but feminism in fact the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic and social equality of sexes. Emma Watson considered herself privileged because she was never discriminated against on the basis of gender either at home or outside. Her parents, teachers, and mentors are called as gender equality ambassadors and inadvertent feminists, as they never showed discrimination. According to Miss Watson, the issue of gender equality, if not addressed, will lead to new problems, and equality will become an unattainable goal for the next several decades. So now let us discuss the summary of the chapter Gender Equality is Your Issue Too. Now what is the meaning of gender equality? As we have discussed earlier, it is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic and social equality of all the sexes. So now let's discuss the summary. Emma Watson gives a very informative speech about gender equality and how it can be achieved by launching the campaign He for She. Entreating men to support, she said, "This is the first campaign of its kind at UN. We want to try and galvanize as many men and boys as possible to advocate for gender equality. And we do not just want to talk about it, but make sure it is tangible." The speech also throws light on how men suffer gender inequality as well. Ms. Watson stated that no country has been able to achieve gender equality as for now. She gives multiple examples of how at every young age the society brands stereotypes. The central idea of her speech is to include everyone to fight against gender inequality. She constantly uses the words we, you, and us to include everyone to advocate women's rights. In her speech, Emma Watson invites both men and women to free themselves from gender stereotyping. Not only women, even men suffer from gender stereotyping. Men are imprisoned by gender stereotypes. Men are locked in an image of being aggressive in order to be accepted, whereas women are forced to behave in a certain way to be accepted. Emma Watson recalls how she was called bossy when she was 8. Now here she cites examples from her personal life and experiences on gender stereotypes. At the age of 14, she was made into a sexual object by the media. Her female friends stopped playing games at 15 as they were afraid of spoiling their womanly bodies. At the age of 18, her male friends were self-conscious of their gender difference. So the speaker urges to erase the gender stereotyping and achieve gender equality. Gender binary is a belief that gender is of two opposite genders of man and woman. But today it is not scientifically or medically correct. Gender today is a spectrum of biological, mental, and emotional traits. Emma Watson reminds the world that through the campaign He for She is not just about women but about freedom. It is an invitation to both men and women to free themselves from the constraints of gender stereotypes and binaries and recognize their total selves. For decades, fighting for women's rights has often been associated with man hating. She also cites examples of how men were never made included in the fight for women's rights. Recalling Hillary Clinton's 1995 speech in Beijing, Watson notes that less than 30% of the audience was male. She wonders how the world can change if half of it remain uninvolved. She therefore points out that all that is needed for evil to triumph is the inaction of good women and men. So she urges everyone to feel personally responsible to change the world, or else gender equality will not be an attainable goal. Emma Watson clarifies that the campaign for gender equality is not just a woman's issue but a human rights issue. It invites men and people of all genders to stand united to create a bold, visible, and noted force for all genders to free themselves from any kind of gender stereotype. She wants a united world free from any kind of bias against any particular gender, thereby freeing themselves from gender binaries and recognize their total selves. So, the fundamental objective of her, that is the campaign He for She, is to change the gender discriminatory behaviors. The speaker wants to achieve the goal of gender equality through building awareness. The campaign aimed to motivate and mobilize 1 billion men and boys to act as advocates for ending the inequalities that women and girls face globally. So thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe my channel English by Nisa. Thank you.